The Coffs Coast of northern New South Wales is a hit with visitors, and it's easy to see why. From great beaches to the lush hinterland, Coffs has got it all. And they grow some pretty big bananas too. But of course it's the fishing that draws me to Coffs most years, and there's no better place to start a trip than down at the harbour.
Hello, mate.
I've come here to catch up with Dominic from the Mako Eyewear team. We're headed offshore for the afternoon despite a less than favourable weather forecast. I have a hunch we could be in for some rough stuff out wider, although it doesn't look too bad at the moment. Fingers crossed. There's not much showing on the sounder, but we pull up for a try anyway. We're casting our lures downwind ahead of the drifting boat, allowing them to sink to the bottom and then working them slowly up and down near the seabed. And sure enough, Dom's soon hooked up.
Seems good. Oh, there he goes. I'm hoping I didn't get taken. Oh, it's a snap.
It's a snapper. Well done, mate.
Excellent. Yes, he's platy. Thank you, sir. Not a beast, but legal and to dinner.
Legal lengths for different species vary from state to state, and while this little snapper would be undersized in West or South Australia, it's a keeper here. It got a lot cooler as the afternoon wore on, forcing Dom to swap his akubra for a beanie.
Oh yeah, massive. Fish of the day.
Oh, that is so good.
It's a grinner.
The fishing wasn't exactly red hot either. There's no denying the enthusiasm of this little grinner or lizard fish. It's barely larger than the lure. At least conditions hadn't deteriorated as much as forecast, and as the sun started to sink a bit lower, Dom finally hooked up on something that seemed a little heavier.
It's not big, I don't think. It hasn't pulled any string at all.
Doesn't look very kingy-ish.
No.
Might be a little one. Silver trevally.
Trevally.
It's all right.
Time was fast running out, and while the weather had held, the fishing was definitely below par for this area.
A really big grinner.
Not doing a lot.
No.
Sergeant Baker.
Related to the little grinner that Dom had caught earlier, the Sergeant Baker grows a lot larger and has quite palatable flesh, but a complex network of fine bones makes it difficult to eat and therefore unpopular with anglers. We weren't exactly setting the world on fire, but it wasn't too bad out here, and the sun was putting on a final show. We just needed to find some better fish.
Yes, it's a Sergeant Baker.
The fish were biting, but they weren't what we were after, and dinner was looking a bit meagre at this point. My efforts weren't helping all that much either. But as the wind finally dropped out completely, it all came together and dinner was taken care of.
Got a bit of colour. Looks like a Sergeant Baker.
It's a Sergeant Baker. Oh, no,
it's a flathead.
Keep that. Tiger flathead, isn't it?
Looks like it. No, Sandy.
Yep. No, it's a tiger.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's interesting capture for this area.
I got a squid. And
what?
A nice squid.
Oh, good. Do you want the net?
Yeah. That's why they kept grabbing and letting go.
Squidly.
Squidly diddly. Ah, we're getting a meal together now.
Oh no!
It's all right, it was only water. Lovely southern calamari on a jig. Doesn't happen all that often, but it does happen. I'd hooked 2 or 3 things and I was getting weight on them and dropping them, and that was why they were squid. Wow. So our seafood banquet continues to grow. What a great day.
It had been an afternoon of mixed fortunes and fast-changing weather, but at least we'd brought home a feed.
Is that a whale?
Yeah,
There he is.
And tomorrow's always another day.
There he goes.